And we're live, and we had a viewer. Rich was there, and now it says nobody's there.
I thought you weren't going to stream it tonight.
Changed my other mind. Because Eric was fighting to try and stream it. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to let him fight through all that.
Right.
Although he did play with Streamlabs.
I saw that. It said it worked.
Yeah, he played with both Streamlabs and StreamYards.
Well, I saw one of them.
Yeah. Well, I saw the Streamlabs. So yeah, I said that it's just me so far right before you popped in. He said, Roger that.
Right.
And now there's nobody. So, I don't know.
It is what it is.
Yep.
Somebody will crawl in there sooner or later.
Yep, eventually. I might even get my camera to work. It just doesn't want to focus tonight.
I see that.
Oh, wait. There's a message on the Discord. Oh, it's Donnie saying that he's going to show up in a second.
Well, I showed up.
Yep. You see. Okay,
I'll
so
pop out chat here.
oh, he says he's still here. Weird. It says concurrent viewers 0. I don't know.
We have 0 concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but Rich is here. So let me try.
But it is.
So right now you were the only one on because I'm trying to recycle power on my camera. Look, we now have 2. Hey, Jalen.
What's going on, Jalen?
Focus! I got focus.
Hey, there we go.
Yep. By the way,
That's pretty good image too.
yeah. Well, by the way, Donnie, there's the longboat. Slowly working my way through it, and understanding some. Eric did some work, had some issues with the Halcon. Yeah, I can understand them because you can see the ribs there, how it's sticking out.
I'm just gonna stick to plastic.
I like wood. Wood is very forgiving because I had those same steps on this side, and look how smooth that is. If it'll focus.
What you do, sand it down?
Yep. The magic
You can do
sanding
that with
stick.
plastic.
Yeah, but there's just something about wood.
Nah, I'll stick with plastic. You can have the wood.
Washing your windows, are you?
Yeah.
And if you ever do decide to do wood, it's a pretty neat trick that I learned doing this boat. It actually has it in the instructions. You see how curved? Yeah, well, you see how curved it is?
Yeah.
If I tried to do that on this side, watch what happens. Right there. It snaps. So what you do is you dip it. I've got this cup.
In water.
Yep, dip it in water. Let it sit there for about 5 minutes, and then I wrapped it around here and just put some clamps on it.
Yeah, I've seen people do that with like 1x4s and stuff.
Yeah.
soak them in water and then bend it slowly.
Oh no, these are thin enough that when they're wet, they bend as quick as you want them to.
Right, those are like a 2x4 or 1x4.
Well, yeah.
I've seen people soak it in water and bend it so far and let it sit for a while and bend it a little more and let it sit.
Hey, Mark.
What's going on, Mark?
Oh, same old, same old.
Same stuff, and it's Friday.
Yeah.
Yay, Friday.
Oh, by the way, Donnie, just to let you know, and everybody out there in YouTube land, you will not see the Russian tank, the T-26, on my channel again. I gave up on it because I gave up on it, and Eric's like, I'll take it. So I'm going to send it to him.
What'd you give up on, the tracks?
Yeah, pretty much gave up on the tracks. I'm just tired of the thing. That and...
I've never built a tank.
Well, the scale on that one is just irritatingly small. I'm also giving up on the Claude.
Oh, 1/72 scale? Yeah, no. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing that.
Don't forget 1/72 scale with resin parts.
Well, resin parts are not. A 1/72 scale World War II fighter plane?
Yeah.
No.
Well, like I said, I gave up.
1/72 scale modern jet fighter? No problem.
Yeah. Well, I gave up on it, and Eric's like, I'll take them both. And I'm like, okay, boxed them up. I threw them in a box and guessed at the weight, measured the box, and said, yeah, $15. He's like, okay, go get you on my payday. I'm like, no, you won't. You know, that's
like that.
Well, it's one of these things. If you're just gonna get rid of it anyway,
right?
If somebody takes it, okay, it's yours, man. Sounds like Mark's moving.
It does, doesn't it?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Here you go, Buck. This is what I've been working on for the last couple weeks.
Nice. That's lit, isn't it?
Now,
is that just reflection? Oh no, that's your paint. Wow.
Yeah.
I am very impressed.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, Richard.
He wanted snow on it, and then like frosted areas.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that's a commission?
yeah.
Cool.
I was gonna get one of these because I thought, man, that looks cool. I'm gonna get one of those for myself till I saw the price. That's $110.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, here in the next 45 minutes to an hour and a half, I will suddenly be $140 poorer.
How's that?
Today's the day that they bill me for the Route Master.
Ah, that much all at one time?
That's $140 a month.
Thank you, Jalen.
The nice thing is, it's only 12 months.
Oh, that's nice. Not a 2 or 3 year bill.
No, and when it's 12 months, this one they're having some issues with the, I don't know if it's the supply chain or if it's just, well, it's the supply chain if they're not getting parts. So they're having some supply chain issues. And this is how terrible it is to deal with Agora. They sent me an email about 3 weeks ago saying that this payment was going to be bumped 7 days. They're going to ship 7 days late on this one. Next month is going to be shipped 6 weeks from now. And after that, they're back on track. So it will be
Okay.
1 year and 3 months. Or 3 weeks, sorry. That for the build. Or for me to get all the parts.
They started out behind.
No, they were on time. It's just that because of supply chain issues, they have to push it back by 3 weeks. Unlike certain other companies where it gets pushed back by 3 years. I don't know. I've shown this stand before, I think, on here.
Oh, that could come in handy in so many ways.
I know. This is actually, I forget his name. Andrew, he's in Germany. This is actually his 1/200 scale. Wow, I didn't notice that I put the knobs on backwards here. But this is the 1/200 scale swing stand, which means it's supposed to be for up to like 1 to 350. I have a 1 to 400 scale on here. But you can see exactly why I love this stand.
Nice. Yeah, that looks really cool.
Yeah, it will
come in handy with this thing.
I don't build enough shit for that.
It is a.
As a matter of fact, I've put a grand total of 1.
Speaking of which, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking I had another stand. I don't have another stand. I ended up buying internals for the Titanic and internal bracings and stuff. And because Andrew upgraded it before I got all my stuff, he gave me the upgraded, which was $140.
Wow.
Well, he gave he gave me the upgraded for which was supposed to be €140 for €70.
Can't beat that.
No. Well, and that's the thing is if anybody builds a 1/200 scale Titanic, I have internals for it, internal bracing. I'll sell it to anybody who offers me about $70 for it.
There you go.
Yep. Because he doesn't make them anymore.
Yeah, thanks, Richard.
Yeah, this has been the Queen Mary has been sitting in this with the arms spread out because I was still waiting for paint to dry. Paint to dry or to get back to it and repaint.
Is that the Batmobile?
Yes.
The real Batmobile? That is cool.
The 1966 Batmobile?
The right one, yeah.
Yeah.
Was that metal one you bought?
Yeah.
Cool.
That is cool. I like that. Oh, I've seen those. Okay.
They had it at Hobby Lobby for $14.
That's not bad.
It's like, why not?
I still say the one for the 1/25th one that's all styrene is really, really worth it. Well, not anymore because it's over $100. But when I
was
bought,
gonna say, if you can get one at a good price.
Polar Lights Deluxe one?
yeah,
No, I seen one on eBay the other day for like $39, I think it was.
really,
Yeah.
you ought to snap that thing up because they're going for $100 plus, huh? Oh, you mean are you talking that one or the styrene one?
The styrene one.
Okay.
The Polar Lights Deluxe version. The one that has the cool artwork on the top of the box.
Uh-huh. The one that I
It's
have.
just like a little tiny piece of photo etch.
Yes, just for the antenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
I've got one of them.
Did not know you had one. I have one that's done.
Mine's still in the box. It hasn't even been opened yet, but I have one.
Well, see, now you can go on eBay and sell it for $500.
I didn't have to pay $1,600 for a model to get a free screwdriver.
Well, why not?
My wife just said, but why not?
Do what?
My wife just said, but why not?
But why?
It's a free screwdriver.
Yeah, it's a free screwdriver. Only cost you $1,600 for the model.
And this free screwdriver only cost me $15 at Best Buy. At Hobby Lobby.
Did you get lost on the way to the store?
No.
Sure sounded like it just now.
It came with a free Batmobile.
Wow.
That was a good deal.
Okay, so you can't order that. I don't know about. This is the whole bit of that. I actually explained it really in detail on tomorrow's.
By the way, have you ever tried to look up pictures of the interior of the 1966 Batmobile to see how it's supposed to look?
I have not.
There's so many different versions of that freaking thing.
I believe it. Probably one per show, and I watched that show when I was a kid.
I did too.
Matter of fact, I watched that. Well, it was funny. I watched that show as a kid in the States, and then in Germany, almost every time we would go to my in-laws, my father-in-law's house,
Right?
it would be on TV.
Whoa.
And I knew exactly what was going on, even though it was in Germany, or in German.
I want to try some of this Green Snuff World Chrome paint. See how good it works.
So, Mark, Jalen said to ask you what was so difficult about that little. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I tried to talk, but they still just so this is
Bad instructions. Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. By the way, out there in YouTube world, is there any echo tonight? Because I don't have a headset on.
I haven't heard any.
So it was Discord that was causing my problem.
Are you not using Discord now?
No, I'm using Discord, but I went into, I was messing with the sound properties and everything else, and I got to the bottom. I'm like, reset all. Okay, that works. And
Put it back before you start making it better, huh?
that's the thing, is I never made it better before this.
I know one thing, the noise reduction that's built into Discord combined with the noise reduction of this mic
Yeah?
does amazing things. Because shit going on the other end of the house that I can definitely hear from here that the mic never picks up.
Well,
Or gets filtered out by Discord.
that's because you have it on cardioid, not omni.
Right.
just so I can show it exactly because he did ask. But basically, this is the instructions for the boat. That's it. Just this little square. Not a whole lot of detail.
No, there's not a whole lot of detail there, Mark.
No. It gives part numbers for things like the rigs and the structure. Yeah, the planking was an error. In the end, I ended up using wood I happened to have just laying around because I had a feeling the wood they wanted me to use was some of this the plywood, and I found plywood doesn't like getting wet.
Oh, no.
And you to bend it, it fell apart because of plywood.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, can you turn your volume up a little bit? I can barely hear you.
Yeah,
Alexa, lights off. Alexa, lights off.
Fresh. Yes. I had to buy a new quick connect for my airbrush hose today because the other one just decided I'm going to spit air out everywhere all the time.
You know, the quick connects I put on mine were doing that all the time when I put them on there. Then I went to take one off. Went to take one off. You know, I was trying to unscrew the hose from it and it snapped off. I'm like, okay, I'm done with these things.
I didn't have any problem with the one I had on mine. It was, I don't know, 3, 4 years old. And then yesterday, for whatever reason, it just decided, I'm going to blow air out everywhere.
Yeah. Well, the one that I, when I hooked the hose directly to the airbrush, I turned on the compressor, left it running, didn't think about it, and went off, did other things, forgot to turn it off. It was about 2 weeks later that I heard it fired up and went, okay, I've lost air enough to where I got to fire up again.
Right. Well, mine will do that, over a period of time, whether I've got the quick connect on it or not. It'll sit there for, an hour or so and then,
Yeah.
and then sit there for a while again.
Well, that's what I'm saying is I've never got the QD to actually seal connect correctly.
Yeah. I've never got like a perfect seal, but I mean, yesterday I turned on the air compressor and this thing was just sitting there going, psst. I'm like, that's not right.
Maybe the airbrush wanted to paint all by itself.
Well, it didn't ask my permission.
Where's my destructions?
Your destruction.
Yep. My destructions for this boat. Because having started this boat in well, damn. I'm doing the wrong part right now anyway. I'm supposed to do those windows first. But having started this boat in January, I'm on step 12. Out of 89. I should be done with this boat by the time I retire.
Nice.
Give or take.
I still think it's funny that Eric took the time to drill out all those windows and everything and then decided not to light it.
Oh, but he is lighting it now.
Oh, he is lighting it again.
Yes.
Okay.
And I almost forgot something else that I need to do. It's bad when you forget that you're modifying a kit in a certain way, and so you're about to go shooting right past this spot.
Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, so these ones up here, I'm not going to worry about. I'm sitting there looking at the mouse that's on the it's on the other page. I was over here in the Discord channel trying to move the mouse over to my email, which is on the other page.
That doesn't work.
No. Speaking of which, my right mouse button has been being stupid here lately. Not working. And so I'm...
Now for a new mouse.
Yep.
Or you can just leave it like it is and say, hey, I have an Apple mouse. Only one button.
Well, there's that. But no, instead, I'm getting rid of this thing. This old Logitech one. And it's being replaced by a trackball. I love my trackball.
I like like trackballs, but I use this computer for gaming and stuff too, and trackballs suck at gaming, so.
Depends on the game.
Maybe.
Well, see, it depends on the game, and Donnie, you should be using this to play games.
No,
No?
no.
What are you playing?
Any kind of first-person game sucks with a controller. I'm sorry.
Okay, I see. Yep. First-person shooters?
Yes.
Yeah, I can agree with you there.
Well, not only first-person shooters, but any game that's played in first-person sucks with the controller.
No, I like driving SnowRunner. Who the heck is this Rascal's Hobbies here? It's in the chat.
I don't know. I thought there was a Rascal Hobbies that was supposed to be on the video, but I guess I was wrong.
Yeah, I guess he quit tonight. Either that or he went out and he did stuff with the family again. He's probably hanging out with his kids again.
Where did I put the photo proofer?
Oh, he's not even home yet. So he's chatting while he's driving. With all the kids and the wife and the, you know, if she can hear me, Karina should slap him. You're welcome, Eric.
I might have done that before.
What, slapped Eric?
No. Chatted while driving.
You didn't hear Mark in the background. He said, but I have.
Well, you're his brother, so.
I didn't catch that, Mark.
Brotherly love.
Yes, absolutely.
Maybe his brother does afford certain rights.
Ah, he says wife is driving. Lucky man. Of course, you're on the other end of the time zone, so it's probably not pitch black as like it is here.
Mm-hmm.
Hey! Welcome, Hibbo. Welcome to the stream. Speaking of the blokes from Aussie Scale Modelers Live.
Nice.
Unfortunately, they're streaming when I'm sleeping.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they'll be.
No. Little bit of time difference.
Yeah, they'll be streaming at. I want to say it's tonight. Our time, it should be about 4 o'clock in the morning.
What's that on?
Yeah. Peter should recognize the model I've got right here. If he pops on. Jalen said I can only handle a couple of streams, short attention span. Trying to figure out the best way to cut this. I should measure to make sure. Oh,
I was
really?
trying to figure out why the paint wouldn't come out, and now I remember I turned the air pressure way down when I was working on that frost.
Push the button, Donnie.
Well, no, when I was doing that frost, I had to thin the paint way down and turn the air pressure down to like 10 or 12 psi. And then I put this paint in there, which is not thinned down that much, and nothing happened.
Well, there you go. So, I don't know if you read it in the chat, Donnie and Mark, but Hibbo let the secret out of the bag.
What's that?
They haven't streamed live yet. They're live streaming. In other words, they're live streaming, but when they're live streaming, they're on, but nobody else is there.
Recorded live streamings?
Yeah. And I know, well, I don't know for sure, but I do suspect that another channel used to do that. Parts of the show were live, parts of the show were not, as far as I could tell.
What show is that?
I'm not going to tell you. I'd be giving away the secrets.
Boy?
I would never say that about. Okay, yes, that's my opinion, at least. Why, is that what you thought?
That's possible. No, but you said that one time before.
Ah, see, but not on a live stream.
No. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If he does, that's fine. Going to the other side of the country. You know, that's the funny thing, Hibbo. You can say going to the other side of the country, or you can say going to the other side of the continent. Because your country is a continent.
This is true.
I'm hoping I can cut this decently straight. By the way, you were talking about that frost? Or the other side of the largest island? Well, when you were talking, I just read Hibbo's continent, his comment saying, or the other side of the largest island. Isn't it Antarctica? Maybe not after it melts. Well, there's that. But you were talking about, misting something. I was like, yeah, I might have to. I wonder if I'm going to have to turn down my airbrush pressure when I spray the smoke on the backs of these. And then I thought about it, and I was like, probably not.
It's spray can.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you think about what you're saying and then, or what you're thinking, and you're like, why did I think that?
I mean, you could always spray it into the airbrush and then airbrush it on.
That's a lot of work for that.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's see if I can cut this without cutting the ruler.
Use a metal ruler.
I would, but I don't know where it is right now.
I have one right over here. You want to borrow it?
Yes.
Sure, come get it.
Jam it into your camera. When it comes out of my monitor, I'll grab it.
You're kidding? My computer does good to do video.
Jalen just said very light coats. Quick light coats.
Yeah, that's pretty much any of the transparent colors.
Yep. I wonder if this would. It would fit the other direction, but I cut it the wrong direction at this point. I have something I should have cut this on. Hopefully, since I've already gone over it once, it will keep the blade in check. Didn't on the other end, but think it's about ready to snap.
No,
What? Which break?
fuzz landed on my wet paint.
So what you do is after it dries and you've got those footprints, you put a sign next to it that says "Damn cat."
No, this is the Batmobile. That would be damn Catwoman.
Exactly.
Just do my method and put more paint on it.
Yep, could do that.
Are you having trouble hearing Mark Buck?
I am.
I'm not sure what to do. I've adjusted everything.
How close are you to your mic?
It's right in front of my face. I've adjusted my sound settings in Linux. I've adjusted the sound settings in Discord.
Do you have a standalone mic, or do you, it's like off your camera?
No, this is it's a standalone boom mic. Because I checked that first, and as it turns out, when I was asked earlier to check my settings, it was the headset mic. So I switched it over to the boom mic, and I don't know what else to do.
Yeah. Because
Is the boom mic facing the right way? It may be like a cartoid pattern and you got it turned around backwards or something.
No, it's right in my face right now.
yeah,
Yeah, I know, but some mics pick up sound on one side and they don't pick up sound on the other side.
I don't think so. I've always used this mic. It was fine last time, I believe. So.
I was thinking the same thing until you said boom mic.
How's that?
Whoa!
That's much better.
That is much more better.
Much better.
Okay.
So stop sitting on top of the table.
No, the problem with Linux, or at least this particular distro, is that it has I say the Linux, I've got like 5 different mics around me, and I try to distinguish which one is which so that I'm not using one I don't want to use. The problem is Linux recognizes each one of the mics as 2 mics.
Ah.
So when I'm looking at the list of mics, I have 2 for line out, I have 2 for digital, and one of them is analog. So it's trying to distinguish which mic is which. And I think I must have just picked the right one.
Yeah. Well, and
Linux is an adventure.
Linux is flowing though.
Oh, it's my preferred OS. It's just trying to learn all that stuff when you're used to Windows.
That's what they use on the computers we have in the game room.
Yeah.
I have Mint Linux.
Yeah. Oh no, that's the one I used to. It's wonderful.
we've seen that on multiple streams where the wrong mic is on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, and today,
my old Logitech webcam has a mic built into it. My new one, I don't think if it does or not. I got my headset mic. I got this mic. It's unbelievable.
well, that stream that you popped on with that Eric was on earlier, you could tell when he would switch cameras that he would end up with, it wasn't sticking to the same mic because one of them was getting feedback.
Right.
Yeah, that's why in OBS I set up one general audio input and then just use that audio input for all the cameras instead of setting up a separate audio input for each video input.
Yeah, so you set up OBS to have one default mic.
Right.
I do the same, but when I set it to default, it'll work fine for a while, and then it wants to use another mic.
Well, and
that's Linux.
I don't know. I know they can see it on YouTube. Can you guys see what's on my screen?
Yeah.
For the
I
mic?
see your boat and your little cat waving.
No, I mean my mouse. Probably not. If you look,
I don't see your mouse.
yeah, if you look at the YouTube screen, I just brought up my mic inputs.
Oh yeah.
Every time I see it, my input or my output is on default. It's really screwed up, and a lot of times it'll come up with my output device being my Yeti Nano.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's.
I really wish I could show you my input devices because it's quite a list.
Yeah. Well,
I have to use a separate application called Indicator Sound Switcher, which lets me switch on the fly, and it also lets me remove some of those unused mics from the list so I don't choose one by accident.
Yeah.
The problem is it will still manually switch one or automatically switch to one I don't recognize, so I have to go back and look for it again. So again, it's an adventure. Linux is awesome. I will never go back to Windows, but it is an adventure.
Well, the thing that confuses me is if you look at all your inputs in Windows, it says, oh yeah, you have this Logitech camera, it has a mic. You have this other camera, it has a mic. You have this standalone mic. Yeah, which one of those do you want to use? But you look at OBS and it goes, hey, I don't know, man. You got like all these cameras here, and then you got a bunch of mics over here. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
And don't forget, you guys.
OBS is made for that.
Well, and don't forget, you've got speakers which it might think are microphones.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, that happens a
It
lot. Too.
constantly wants to use my Yeti Nano as speakers.
Well, the days of fighting with OBS and its quirkiness may be coming to an end because when I got on and saw how easy Eric was manipulating Stream or what was he was on Streamlabs. I didn't catch his StreamYards, but when I saw how easily he was manipulating it, I'm like, maybe. If Eric, like we said in his stream, if Eric can do it, a caveman can do it.
That's actually true.
I actually said during the stream, so I said to him, so if Eric can, if you can do it, Eli can do it, right? He kind of went, well, yeah, maybe. And those of you who don't know, Eli is Eric's son. I think he's what, 7 or 8?
Like 7, I think. I don't remember actually.
Around there.
Yeah.
I don't remember how old I am half the time.
How old you are or how old you act?
What's that?
How old you are or how old you act?
Kind of the same, really.
And not always. Don't mind me grunting and groaning. Old age is catching up with me.
I know that feeling.
Actually,
So do I.
I think it's less age and more that my back is about to start flaring on me again.
Yeah, I've
That's
been running
okay.
that all week.
Let's see. Yeah, that's. I'm going to use one of my one of my toys that I never use, but not on these windows here.
What toy is that?
This thing here. You run this. You use this part here.
Is that a photo expander?
No. Better for what I'm doing. Better. You put this wherever to hold down what you're going to cut. This is your cut, or I'm trying to remember. No, I think this is your cutting edge. You run a razor along here, and what you end up with is you cut the exact same size piece every time.
Okay.
You're taking all the fun out of it, Buck.
There's a reason for that. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. That one did not hold in place at all.
What, you don't like fun?
No, this boat that I'm working on.
Oh, that's right. You gave up on the tank, so.
This boat that I'm working on has a big ass leak in the front.
Big ass leak.
Yes, because the wood is not even together at the front. And yes,
That's nice.
yes, Donnie, I gave up on the tank that just royal pain in my ass. I have several others.
Buck just doesn't like a challenge.
I do like a challenge.
As long as it's easy.
No.
That sounds like me.
When I get disgusted though with something, when I get disgusted enough that I'm ready to quit, then I'll go on to something else. It's just this one has some other things that I decided not to do it because of. Plus, I can hook a brother up.
There you go.
No.
Here, maybe that'll show better.
Nice. Now, when I mentioned something to Eric about, I think I'm going to get rid of these two kits, he was like, I'll take them.
Can't wait to see his destroyed diorama for that one.
He might destroy the.
Oh, no, Eric said he doesn't destroy models anymore.
He might destroy
That's what I
that.
said.
I don't know, guys. I think, based on a lot of conversations with him, that he's changed.
Well, I thought that for a while. He said he doesn't destroy models anymore. He recycles them.
I'm going to say something controversial, I suppose. You haven't known him as long as I have.
You are absolutely
There
right.
you go.
Eric don't change that easy.
Yep.
He'll have it wrecked, I'm sure.
Which is, with that one, this is not going to work. This will not cut the acetate. With that one, with the tank and the that plane.
What? I've never heard about that.
Well, I'm trying to cut acetate.
Acetate.
Yeah.
Oh,
Also known as clear plastic.
yeah.
If I'd have realized how thick this stuff was, I'd have bought a little bit thinner stuff.
How thick did you get it?
It's 0.4.
0.4? Okay.
0.4.
Yeah, that's pretty thick.
0.4 mils, I believe.
0.4 to make windows out of?
Yeah.
I didn't realize friction bulletproof windows.
Well, You've learned something today.
Some probably should.
Right?
I'm not sure if it's 0.4. All I know for sure is that that's 9 sheets left.
Yeah, that's pretty thick.
Yep.
Doesn't say on there what it is?
It says 8x10 PET plastic 10 pack.
Oh.
Please remove double-sided film that protects it. Let me ask Amazon, because Amazon is who sold it to me. The pen is mightier, is what Jalen said when I was trying to cut acetate with the pen. What I'm really looking for is where my scalpel went.
You lost your scalpel, Buck.
Well, I broke one. Then I lost the other.
I don't hardly ever use my X-Acto knife anymore. The scalpel's about all I use.
Where the heck is this thing?
I don't know. Where is it?
And it says 3 months. Oh, there it is. It was on top of it. Yeah, 0.04 inches thick. So, it's thick.
At that scale, bulletproof glass.
That's okay. That's allowed.
I
Scalpel.
don't know. 1/400 scale. At that scale, that's probably like explosion-proof glass. That's Pentagon glass.
Well, that's okay, because right now I'm doing the windows that are down in the hull. So those are going to be really thick anyway.
I don't think they would be Pentagon thick.
You never know.
Dude, there was when that plane crashed into the Pentagon, there were walls that were destroyed that they found whole windows in the rubble. So the windows were stronger than the wall.
Oh, yeah. Well,
That's crazy.
the Pentagon actually... The walls are not that thick. You got to remember when that building was designed.
Well, that's true.
That
They need to just like rebuild the whole Pentagon out of that glass.
that building is not.
We can teach them how to light lock it so nobody can see in.
Yeah, yeah. What I was going to say is that building. I've actually been in the Pentagon. I was a kid, many moons ago. But the glass in that building is not as thick as the The walls in that building are not the thickest walled building I've ever been in. I have literally been in a building that was designed to take a near miss by a nuke.
Wow. Hey, is that Eric?
That would be the Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's about time, Eric.
All right, here we go.
Okay, but so were you just saying that it's time to go now?
Yep.
Oh, man, that was quick.
Wow.
Eric, come back.
Hello?
Are we back?
We're back.
Oh,
It's
next week already?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Holy buckets. Time flies when you're not doing anything.
Right?
All right.
You can always tell Eric's here when you look up and see a rabbit.
You see a rabbit and a dragon.
Hey,
Yeah, the dragon's not usually there. The rabbit's always there.
Yeah, the rabbit is always there.
Hey, Eric, I haven't finished my dragon yet.
Don't forget the waving cat.
Oh, is that the gold dragon?
I have no idea.
Looks like a gold dragon.
Wow, that does look pretty cool.
It's black and red now.
Gold dragons usually have the wings that taper all the way back to their tail.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose that's it then.
Now, Mac, Donnie is like an expert on D&D stuff. He knows all about dragons.
You D&D guys.
Hey, Donnie, show him this guy, the one that you did.
Hey, I'll grab it in a minute.
In a minute. Did you just make me wait?
Yeah, because I just dumped some chrome paint in my airbrush.
Well, isn't it supposed to go in there?
Yeah.
Well, it can wait.
I'm going to use it before it becomes a part of the airbrush.
It's not like your airbrush is still chrome.
Oh.
So, Eric, we have decided that the my windows on my QM2 are bulletproof, possibly explosion proof.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, look at how thick this plastic is.
Yeah.
It's 0.04 inches thick.
Wow. And you know, I was thinking of using like you know that thin plastic that comes with boxes.
Stuff looks pretty good.
Cellophane, I don't know what the hell is it called.
Yeah.
I was gonna use something like that and then wax paper behind it.
Wow, that is awesome.
That looks pretty good for spray-on chrome paint, don't it?
It does.
What is that?
It's, where do I put the bottle?
Would you like to know?
Oh,
Here it is.
That's the exhaust. Eric,
Green Stuff World.
it's the exhaust pipes for his Batmobile.
Ah, thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
I
I thought you wanted to know what the paint was.
see, Donnie. I speak Eric.
Batmobile exhaust pipes, yes.
But by the way, Eric, you'll appreciate this because a little while ago I was about to start talking to Donnie because he was talking about having misted some paint earlier, doing some misting on some plastic earlier, and so I was about to start talking to him about what I should set my airbrush on to spray this.
Yeah, make sure it's set to 15 psi.
Where you pick up the spray bottle?
That's what is it? That's the smoke.
Yep.
Clear smoke. Yeah. Okay. So that's something I wanted to pick up too, but I was gonna try and use something that goes in the airbrush.
Either way, Eric, this stuff is really expensive.
Maybe the airbrush would be cheaper.
Oh, Rich is right. Damn it. Donnie, we were both wrong. Because the engine, the Batmobile has a turbine engine. Those were the rocket launchers.
Alright.
And you being the one...
Put this model together.
But the thing is, exhaust came out of those things too in the show.
Right, but it was wrong. It was wrong.
Exhaust rocket launcher thing.
You're saying they fire exhausted rockets.
Yeah, that's it.
I'll be right back. I gotta grab the
Wait, Eric, you've seen the movie. Never say you'll be right back in a horror movie. Because you won't be. Yes, the car did have normal exhaust. When I built mine, my 125th styrene, it had the V8 option and the turbine engine option. And if I remember right, I am just a real dork and I put a V8 in front of the turbine.
Well, the actual car had a V8, but Batmobile has the turbine.
What do you know? What the what type of car that was?
Yeah, Ford Futura concept.
Okay, wasn't sure. Yeah, well, Jalen, that's what I'm saying. If I remember right, I did the V8 and the turbine in the back. But I also think because I don't think the hood. I think the hood is supposed to be removable. I glued my hood down.
On the deluxe version one?
The 125th, the deluxe.
Yeah.
And then I put. I want to say this was the first time I played with LEDs the way I did this one. Because if I remember right, I put an orange flashing LED directly behind a yellow LED. And it was, or no, I used one of those little tea light candle things. I put the, there was a flickering one. And so I put the flame that came from the tea light part, plastic tea light.
Right.
I put that as the sticking out of the jet engine exhaust.
Cool. Here you go, Mark. That's that one Eric wanted me to show you.
Oh yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't even bother, to be honest, except if my wife wanted me to paint it for her.
Really? I
Yeah.
love painting dragons.
I'm not a Dungeons and Dragons fantasy kind of guy.
Neither is
Even
Donnie.
without Dungeons and Dragons, I like dragons.
No, yeah, I get it.
Donnie's not a Dungeons and Dragons kind of guy. Except tomorrow night
Yes.
and every Saturday.
Actually, every other Saturday right now.
What? What happened?
Yeah, we play Dungeons and Dragons one week and we play Cyberpunk the next week. And then back to Dungeons and Dragons and back to Cyberpunk.
I didn't like that Cyberpunk.
I love it.
Did you?
Cyberpunk is fun, man.
Well, I've seen it. I don't know if it's a game I want to get into, but I don't know anybody that played it.
Well, I mean,
Do you play PC or a console?
oh, you're talking about the video game.
Oh yeah, that's what you're talking about.
No, I was talking about the RPG, just like Dungeons and Dragons, but it's Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I didn't know they had. I didn't know that was that kind of game.
Yeah, that's where the video game came from.
Oh, okay.
Was from the RPG, but yeah, it's fun.
He did actually. Eric stepped away, and usually he's gone for a long time. Well, actually, that's why. It's the kids are all in bed, so Eric can run away.
But it's like if you're talking about the video game is awesome.
Well, I only ask because I know that it takes a pretty good PC to play it. I didn't know if you played it on console or not.
It will play on this computer that I have in here, which is not a great computer.
So, Donnie, will it run or will it walk?
It jogs.
My job.
By the way, Donnie,
Oh.
what you ought to see if you can find at some point, there was a dungeon module back when I played a lot in college called the Fantastical, Phantasmagorical Monty Hall Dungeon. And Hall is spelled Haul. It is.
I'll have to look for that.
It is designed. It's a little book. It's like 18 pages. No maps. No, a lot of it is just you draw it out as you're going. but it is designed to go, or it was written to go with any role-playing game. Because
I'll have to look for
you just adjust it as you're going. It is a blast. And all I have to say is watch out for the lasers.
it. I remember when I was in high school, one of my friends decided, because, we didn't have much money at the time, and he decided that since none of us had any money to go buy any adventures and none of us had any time to really make it no grand storyline, he just made a dungeon and decided to put every monster in the monster manual in a room alphabetically. That was the worst idea ever.
Ever.
Yeah, because you're like first level characters and you walk into a room with an aberrath, which is like an 18th level creature, and yeah, game over.
Oh no. By the way, remember what I said?
Right?
Remember I said about 45 minutes-ish? I just got charged $140
Seriously?
for the next stage of the Route Master. So, Donnie, here was a fun one that I did back when I was just starting out. I had a cleric thief, if I remember right. He was like level 2 or whatever level he had to be. It may be level 4 to cast Animate Dead. And I had 3 or 4 zombies. And there was the DM said we open the door, we see a basilisk, we close the door before it sees us and turns us to stone. And I'm like, hey, I've got a portable hole and zombies. I want to send the zombies in, send a zombie in with the portable hole, spread out the portable hole, shove the treasure in, pick up the portable hole, and come back out. Three zombies ended up getting turned to stone. Oh, it gets better.
I'll take that as well.
It gets better. That pissed me off. So I said, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run in there, throw the zombies and the treasure in the portable hole, pick up the portable hole, and run out.
Then you got turned into stone.
No, I made 20 saving throws in a row. And I didn't roll them, the DM did.
So you made it.
Yeah, well, that's what was funny was he rolled like 20 times. He's like, you have got to be kidding me, because I needed a save of like 19. And that's where I learned to just. It's really, really terrible for players around me a lot of times, because I truly play my characters chaotic neutral when I play them, because, well, that didn't work, so let's try this. And
Well, that's what makes it fun, is to play your character whatever it's supposed to be.
oh, yeah.
Right.
But most people go, you did what? You're going to do what?
That's why anytime getting ready to start a new campaign, I always ask everybody else what they're going to play before I decide what I'm going to play.
Well,
Because I like being the one guy that doesn't fit the mold.
I have to tell you that in this dungeon, it was really funny because, I had the portable hole. So we decided that I said, here's an idea, guys. Let's just put all the treasure in the portable hole. And they're like, oh, I don't know, your character's a thief, so don't want to deal with that and all that. So I'm like, okay. I'll tell you what. We'll hand the portable hole to the paladin, and he will carry it throughout the dungeon, and he will divvy up after we get outside. And everybody's like, okay, that sounds good. And about, 5 or 6 minutes later, I pulled Jim outside and I said, okay, am I going to be able to tell when we're getting close to the end of this dungeon? And he said, yeah, why? I said, because like 2 rooms before the end of the dungeon, I'm going to steal the portable hull from the paladin and disappear.
At least you're honest.
Hey, I was an honest thief.
Did you successfully steal it?
I did. And when nobody realized,
That was a lousy paladin then.
well, it gets better. Nobody, yes, Steve was actually a lousy paladin, but when I managed to pull it off and disappear, actually the way I disappeared was when I pulled it off, when I stole the portable hull, we got to the exit, and everybody's like, okay, so the paladin, let's spread out the portable hull, get all the treasure, and divvy it up. The paladin's like looking, and he's like, I don't have it. It's gone. And I said, he's stealing everything. And they kicked the shit out of him, and I left. That looks very cool.
Yeah.
I successfully built and installed 1 cannon.
What,
Yeah,
tonight?
well, I got 5, so
Yeah,
Keep
it's in
going.
there.
You got it.
I love this chrome. It looks even better after it dries.
It does. It looks awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, Eric, that part is not in that box.
Do what?
I said to Eric, whatever part he's looking for, it's not in that box. It's somewhere else.
I thought that. Well, there was something I noticed on the.
Are those the seat covers?
Huh?
Are those the seat covers?
Yeah, I ain't using those, but.
Oh, come on, you gotta use them.
What's kind of interesting is this black line right here is a decal. Of course, I'm not using any of the decals, but that black line is battle damage. Look at that.
Battle damage.
It's battle damage. It's battle damage. I don't know if it's supposed to simulate mud or
Because old Fords get in battle damage all the time.
I'm telling you, that battle damage. That's my story, and I'm sticking
If
to it.
anybody knows battle damage, it's Eric.
Oh yeah, you got a point there, Mark. So
Oh, yeah. Flat tires.
It's kind of sad, Eric. You're starting to learn my ways, and I said, that part's not in there, and you're like, yeah, whatever. I don't know how many times I've been able to do that to you, and you start digging through everything but the box you were in originally. Like, I know what I'm talking about.
For a beat up Ford, it's coming.
I think it looks good.
It does.
Now you need to rust it.
That's the undercoat, but I gotta. I'm just not sure of the paint. I gotta wait a couple more days on the paint. I thought it would be
Should
ready.
have painted the rust on first, then painted it. Well, then put a layer of hairspray and salt on it, and then painted it, and then you could have rubbed the paint off, chipped it off with water.
That's what I did.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember that was like a purplish red.
I must have missed that part.
Very deep rust tone. But I'm glad I scribed out the door lines to this. They were so soft. The mold lines were just so soft on this kit. It was a fun build. It was fun hacking it up.
Well, that's always the most fun builds is when you're doing something other than what it's meant to be. You know, when you're adding to it, taking off of it, changing things, that's the fun part. Like, technically, this kit was just meant to be bolted together, and there you go, bam. But I'm like, nah, that's gotta be painted.
Yeah, you're making it your own. I like it. I might have to look for that kit, actually.
If your local Hobby Lobby is having the 40% off sale, you can get it for nothing, man.
Well, I can get it if they have it. The problem with my local Hobby Lobby is it's typical of my state. It has nothing.
Oh, ours don't either.
Yeah.
Ours has like a half of one aisle of model kits.
I think we have one full aisle on ours.
We have like a half of an aisle, and then the other half of the aisle is all of those, what are they called? Funko Pops or whatever, you know, the little figures.
What?
Dragon Ball Z and
You don't like
all
Funko
that,
Pops?
you know.
What's wrong with Funko
There you
Pops?
go, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
Tanks. R. Yeah, I got minis for this.
Minis, you say?
Yeah, the mini dudes.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, there you go.
You got
Right now they look like bronze statues.
yeah, for the most part. Yeah,
Or little chocolate candy meal.
yeah, they'll be glued. But
I think
yeah,
I'm gonna do my little guys with my kit. Yeah, look at that.
these are what is this? Elf Wizard.
No, you killed your men.
I saw that.
The wizard did.
Right? You cast a spell.
See, you're picking up on it.
They cast a spell of downfalling.
It's so cheesy.
Yeah, the little coin base.
Oh, yeah.
"2019 Wizards made in China." I never would have guessed it.
You know the thing that sucks about those Nolzur's Marvelous Minis?
What's that?
Well, if you look at them, you notice how the detail looks kind of soft. Not real bad, but you can tell it looks kind of soft, you know.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they're actually sculpted very well before they dunk them in primer. That primer's not sprayed on, they're dunked.
So the first thing you do is you dunk them or you give them a bath in simple green.
Right.
What?
Basically, Eric, you clear the primer off of them so that you primer them and it has a very light coat.
A lot of people recommend you do that with most of your kits.
But those Nolzur's Marvelous Minis are pre-primed, but they're just dunked in primer. I've seen pictures on Facebook of people that have stripped the primer off of them, and the detail looks so much better.
I don't know if I want to go that far. Well, you know, to be honest, because I really just want, you know, I want these one because I thought they, you know, they look cool, but you know, they're good practice, you know.
They are.
I haven't done very many.
3. I think that's the number, Eric.
You can't count that high.
Am I wrong?
You were not wrong. But I got this pack specifically for this guy because this reminds me of Vlad. He's got the little crystal fire. Oh wow, that just really sucks. Little fireball in his hand. He's got the staff and whatnot. An elven wizard. Close enough.
By the way, Eric,
just like the character. So I thought that was cool. I want to try and do this with all the characters that we play, Donnie.
Paint up a mini for each one.
Yeah, like for yours, you know, Spence, myself, Randy's.
Hell, I don't even remember what character I made now, other than he was a paladin. Because it was like months ago we made the characters and then nothing happened.
Yeah. Nah, Spence got busy. Yeah.
Yeah, he did. That reminds me. I just got these paints in today.
Yes. Yes.
I haven't tried them yet, but supposedly they work a lot like the contrast paints that GW came out with, but a lot better. So we'll see.
What were the damages financially for that set?
The mega set is somewhere around $80. The starters, the mega set is 2, 3, 4, 5. $26 paints.
For $80.
And the starter set is like 10, I think it is, for like $30.
Okay.
But supposedly, prime your mini, brush this on, and it sinks into the recesses and drains away from the high points, so you end up with somewhat
Virus? What
self-highlighting
do you have?
paint job. You know what I mean?
Yep.
What virus does he have? Or Jalen, whoever that is.
huh?
Oh,
James Jalen. It says he's
Yeah, that's
he's
Jalen.
got a virus, but does he have COVID?
I don't know. That's Jalen.
Yeah, get better, Jalen. I don't think she has COVID. I
Yeah.
think she's got a flu.
Oh, it's a she. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, I hope it's not COVID anyway.
Right?
Yeah.
You need to research their outfit now. That's the one thing the kit doesn't provide. It's
Well,
you don't do research.
like
Eric,
letters and whatnot.
Eric, I know what color they should be.
Yes.
Whatever you decide.
Yes.
At least it came with figures. I get pissed off at some of the airplane models because they don't include pilots. How do you build a plane in flight with no pilot?
I prefer the model kits don't come with little figures.
Well, see, I like to build the planes in flight most of the time.
The thing is, I can't see the little figures, so
That's what
they're
these
just
magnifying glasses.
they're too tedious to paint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Here's the secret, Mark. Right here. This is how you see the little minis.
Yeah,
Preaching.
yeah, I know. I've got some pretty strong glasses myself, but not like that, of course. But yeah, it's tedious for me too. I just don't enjoy it.
I like doing the little detailed stuff.
trying to see how somebody else might have painted their figures for this, and I'm not getting
What tank is that?
It's a Panzer 4.
Well, just type into Google Panzer IV tank crew.
It's a German Panzer 4 outfit, and they popped up with like nothing.
Well, Eric, I'm looking at
Type
the,
in German Panzer IV tank crew.
Eric,
Yes.
I'm looking at that tank, and you've got it painted a desert scheme.
Yeah, because it's North Africa.
Okay, so their uniforms are gonna be about the same.
Oh,
Matter of fact, if you'd ever seen Patton, you'd have a good idea what they would look like, because they have the German North Africa Tank Corps in Patton.
Tell you what, Eric,
Oh, that is true.
if you don't want to have to worry about getting the uniforms just right, just build Russian tanks from World War II. Literally, the Russians didn't have the resources to make uniforms for their men, so they were buying materials from the U.S., from England, from whoever they could get it from, so they ended up with troops wearing who knows what.
see,
I hate to say it, but
that's like German gray or something.
well, I hate to say it, Eric, but those look like British uniforms, actually.
No, it's not British. Or at least I don't think it.
That was a sand-colored tank behind them, so
It's
These, Rich, are really sharp, so they cut things. That's what I have them for.
Stay away from me.
I bought these. They tend to work pretty well.
I've got
There.
those, I've got these, I've got all kinds of scissors. Yeah, Rich asked, what am I doing with bonsai shears? Cutting plastic.
It does look like it's grayish green.
I got these things too. I forget where I picked them up. They're surgical grade, but they don't cut real well anymore.
I think I might have something like that. Ah, wait. These are my ones that are close to those.
Yeah, but I really like these. These are quite nice.
Yeah. Well, those bonsai shears are really nice. Really sharp. Sharp enough to cut you.
that's what I need, another way to get cut.
Okay, so reaper paints for the rest of you.
There you go.
All right, so what I'm gonna do to get that type of grayish green is I'm gonna use mountain stone
Bonsai shears.
and turf green. So I'll use the mountain stone as my base and then lighten it up with the green little by little.
Wait, you're gonna lighten up?
I am gonna lighten up. Time to lighten up. Time to
The
lighten
most
up.
skilled guy I know.
All right, let me move this thing. Since I have windows over here drawing and not sure if I'm going to be happy with the way that smoke comes out.
You smoking?
Yeah, exactly. I should be. Spraying paint inside the house. I do have the paint booth on, but
We don't go changing paint rules.
yeah, I'm just not sure if the that smoke is going to be dark as I want it.
Well, then you hit it again.
Yep. So if it comes down to it, I might just hit it with a really light coat of black.
teeth in yours?
So I'm thinking.
I smelled something burning.
That's never a good idea.
I know I shouldn't, but you know.
Some people don't learn.
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just kicking around what I need a weekend kit. I need something that's gonna be quick, easy, knock it out, be done with it. I've completed something then.
Banda.
Get you one of these Jada Batmobile kits. You know, unless you decide to paint everything like I'm doing, then you can be done with it in a half hour.
I'm pretty much out of kits.
If that ever
Everything in
happens,
my stash.
if that ever happens to me, I will have to be at least 120 years old.
Yeah, I don't have a room full of kits, so
I can help you solve that problem, Buck.
No, you can't.
Yeah, I can, really.
No.
Do me first.
Right? See? Me and Eric are here to help you solve your problems, Buck.
It's not a problem.
Absolutely, just send them.
Nope.
We're here.
I'm still
We're
waiting
here.
to see what kind of doomsday diorama he makes of that truck kit I sent him.
No.
Ooh, 72 degrees outside. That means I can open the patio door.
It was 80 degrees here today.
Same here. Actually, 87, I think, today. After 3
There's a
days.
90 or 91 here. I can't remember.
I work outside in the sun, and I ended up with a pretty strong case of heat exhaustion yesterday. Put me out for most of the day.
So, Rich is the only one that noticed what I put on the table here.
The spindrift.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw it when you laid it up there.
But he said I had that.
You were talking about a quick weekend kit, though. That one is not a quick weekend kit.
It depends on how much I do to it.
Right?
What is it?
It's from Land of the Lost, I believe it is.
Land of the Giants.
Land of the Giants, yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've never heard of it.
I hadn't heard of it.
Movie.
I hadn't heard of
Yeah,
it
it looks
until I saw this kit, to be honest.
I like the look of it.
And
Yeah, I've been meaning to get one of those, but I haven't.
well, before they re-released it, before Cult TV Man, was it Cult TV Man? I think it was. Before they re-released I bought this one.
It was Doll and Hobby, wasn't it, that re-released it?
That would be Cult TV Man.
I'm trying to get my hands on some. If you
Don't
want,
TV Man make Doll and Hobby?
Cult TV Man is Doll and Hobby.
Really?
Have you ever ordered anything from them?
From Cult TV Man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at the next time you do. Look at the return address.
What were you trying to get your hands on that?
Doll and Hobby.
no, nothing like that. No, going back a little ways, I'm trying to get my hands on some of the Buck Rogers kits.
Jeez, yeah.
Oh, I would love to have some of those.
Spending money on that.
Yeah, well, you can get some of them cheap, but like if you want the Earth Defense Starfighter, that's like $300 now.
I know, yeah.
And I stupidly insane, yeah.
And I really want that kit.
Rich said he used to watch that show when he was growing up. No, you want a stupid expensive kit?
Not really.
Well, Eagle Moss Titanic.
What? Eagle Moss Titanic?
Yes. From what I've heard, it's a repopped kit from Amati. The Amati wooden kit is $800, and they're selling it for $1,700.
Ooh, yeah, no, I just watched a video this morning from a guy who's doing one of those kits. I wish I could remember who it was.
Technically, if you want a stupid expensive kit, you could have just stopped with Eagle Moss.
Well, there's that.
Basically, here, yeah. I tend to stay as cheap as I can get, I think.
I do too, but there are certain ones that I want to get.
I've spent, $100 or a little more for a couple of kits, but
I'm trying to think.
$1,700.
I'm trying to think what my single most expensive kit was. It might be my Constitution, the 96 Constitution.
Now, are we talking plastic or overall?
Oh, the plastic. Yeah, no, it's a 196. It's a Rebel kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would.
I might have paid $110 for it.
I wish.
Yeah, I think my most expensive kit is the 148 SR-71.
Ooh, yeah, that's cool. I got to see one of those when I was down in Texas in the Air Force.
I would love to get some.
Yeah, they brought it up for some kind of display or something. It was really cool.
Well, if you ever get out to Beale, they've got one sitting on the ground in what is it, Heritage Park, and they've got one out at the graveyard as well. First time I saw the one at the graveyard, I looked at that and I was like, that thing's small.
SR-71?
Compared to what you...
In all honesty, they need something to look at while they're having tea.
Compared to what...
Shut up.
Compared to what you would think that thing would cost, it is small. Or not cost, would be. It is small.
I don't know that I can agree with that. It's a rather large aircraft.
Easily twice the size of an F-15.
Oh yeah, but that doesn't mean it's large. It's smaller than I expected it.
For a two-man
It's not a B-52, but it's not small.
Right. It's big.
Okay. So here, Mark, let me throw this out at you. We were talking about most expensive plastic kit.
Uh-huh.
I quit counting on the Titanic at $1,403.27.
That's the kit plus a bunch of extras.
Yeah, well, it's all going into the kit.
Right, but that's not the kit.
I can't wrap my head around the number, but at the same time, I cannot wrap my head around why anybody would want to build that kit. You're talking to a guy who really just could care less about the Titanic, honestly.
That's the thing is,
for me to spend $20 on a Titanic would be an overpayment because it just, I don't know. $1,400.
Yeah, I love the Titanic.
Jeez. Wow.
You would have.
Yeah, no kidding.
I like the Titanic, it's a cool story and everything, but $1,400? No.
Yeah, this is my love. These kind of boats. I'm not really big on, cruise liners and Titanics and.
Well, you guys.
Frankly, I don't even like military boats, to be honest. I built the Kitty Hawk, and while it was an okay kit, it underwhelmed me in 100 different ways.
Yeah.
You guys are going to think I'm truly crazy when I start building the Agora.
Think that, but
Well, good. I'm glad you guys are not fooled. No, when I start building the Agora Titanic,
Okay.
that one's going to run me, because I'm going to get the case, it's going to run me $2,100.
Good Lord.
Well,
What's the scale? How big is it going to be?
it's 1/200,
Okay.
removable sides, working, the engines work, the propellers turn, the lights work, the smokestacks belch smoke.
God, I am in no financial position to consider something like that.
Well, you need to do what I do and rob a bank.
Doesn't matter.
the closest thing I've ever even considered to that is the, I think it's 1/35th scale or 1/32nd scale Hong Kong models P-17 bomber. And then you can get the kit that makes the engines run and all the lights and the sound effects as it's firing up each individual engine.
Yeah. I
That would be
paid
awesome to have.
$70 for my Bandai Voltron kit, and I would never do it again.
Oh, I would love to have one of those.
My
a
Macross
bargain
kit.
now.
What's that?
$70 would be a bargain for that kit now.
It is now, but I got in when it was pre-order, so I did that. And again, it's a nice kit, but I would never pay that price again for it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't know about that kit until way too late.
Yeah, like I paid $65 for my Bandai Macross kits, and I would never pay that price again either. I paid $100 for this thing, and I would never pay that again. Not for this thing.
So Rich said after I was talking about it was either the Titanic or the Titanic. He said, "Damn, Rich, what you don't understand is that those $1,600 kits, I'm on like the fifth one. I have lost my mind, I think."
I built a couple versions of the Constitution, 2 versions of the Victory. I mean, you know.
I've built a few Enterprises.
I built
One or 2 or 5.
I built every AMT or I forget the brands, but the old school Star Wars kits. I built all of them.
Those are AMT.
And I'd do it all over again too. Love
Some
it.
of them were monogram.
Monogram, Ertl. I think Ertl built a few.
Yep.
I enjoy those. Of course, I'm a Star Wars guy. I'm not a Star Trek guy. I do have
I like both, but I've always kind of favored Star Trek.
I do have
Same.
a Reliant kit here somewhere. I haven't started yet.
That is my favorite Star Trek ship.
Yeah, mine too. Mine too.
I like the original.
Defiant. I like the Defiant.
Yeah. I'm no fan of the original.
Mm-hmm.
I like the original too.
I like the refit from the motion picture all the way up.
Why the hate, bro?
Let's see. Horrible costume designs.
Oh no.
The
The chicks were hot, man.
the acting was horrible. The special effects sucked.
Wait, you can't beat Kirk's acting down.
Right.
Wait.
Right. Let's make an evil Spock. We'll just throw a goatee on.
Hold on. Donnie.
It fooled me.
Donnie.
Podcast, yeah.
You didn't get that voice right. Because he speaks like this.
People have started to think that the stream's going wonky.
Well, it is.
Well, I'm actually looking at it, and we're bouncing between. Let's see. Our high for the night was 4 people. We're bouncing back and forth between 2 and 1 and 0.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, that sounds like my subscription numbers on YouTube.
Oh, I thought you had a good subscription base.
Oh wait, there was this.
Oh, that's slow, Eric.
I know, right?
Wait. So this one time on YouTube, it wasn't funny.
I mean, I know brothers take shots at each other, but that's low, Eric.
Oh no. You haven't seen anything yet.
Eric would never kick a man while he's up. He'd wait till he's down.
Right.
Because that way,
Maybe I can offer a foot.
well, that way he has the opportunity to run away.
You should tell them about how you treat me when we start talking about the differences between the services.
Oh, no, I treat him very well. I
Right.
respect his, his.
Yeah. You can feel the love.
No, but I totally respect his shitty opinions.
Never looked at it that way.
You do have to admit, though, I did point out something on Discord today. That we all have a branch of service that we can all make fun of now. We all used to make fun of the Coast Guard because, they're not like the real Navy. But, Space Force?
What's wrong with that?
Space Force is so powerful of a military organization that they canceled the TV show about it after one season.
Not one of them's actually been in space either.
Well, they just came out with season 2. They just came out with season 2 of Space Force, but
It's canceled. It's been canceled. It's not getting a season 3.
I actually liked it. It was funny as hell.
It was
hilarious.
Didn't it have that guy that stabbed in the office?
Yes, Steve Carell. He's the best part of it. The show was dumb. Reminds me of Happy Gilmore, not Happy Gilmore. What was it? Billy Madison, when he answers the question and the teacher looks at him and says that everybody in this room is a little bit dumber for having listened to that answer.
I liked the show though. I thought it was good.
I'm sorry.
It had its moments, but
Coming from the guy that don't like Galaxy Quest, all he know about is
I don't like it and I don't hate it. See?
He just hasn't seen it.
Yeah. See?
he don't have an opinion is what he's saying.
Exactly.
He doesn't have an opinion because he refuses to watch it.
But I don't hate it.
Then why won't you watch it?
Oh, I just haven't had the time. Boy, it's just been...
No, that's bullshit.
That's bullshit. Oh, wait, what? No. No.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
No.
Hey, this stuff even brushes on fairly good.
Does it?
That is good.
For chrome paint,
That's not bad.
Yeah.
The problem is you cannot clean the brush with water.
Yeah, it's close enough. Could be a little bit lighter, but...
Eric, I'm almost thinking about pulling out the Jolly.
Oh, don't do it, Jolly Roger. Don't do it. Save
I thought you
yourself.
wanted a quick kit, Buck.
Huh?
I thought you wanted a quick kit.
Yeah.
You wanted a decent kit.
What is it?
The Jolly Roger.
Oh yeah, I still gotta start mine.
I was watching.
Yeah, I do.
I don't remember who I was
I
watching.
can't help thinking I'll have a better time of it than you did.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure you will. Oh, you'll love it.
I don't remember who I was watching.
Absolutely love it. Trust me. You
But-
know what? You should start it tonight.
No, I don't think so.
I wouldn't think so either.
I watched a review of the Jolly, and the guy at the start, I've only watched so far the first episode, but he was like, yeah, looks like a pretty decent kit.
Are you trying to say that Jolly Roger's not a good kid, Eric?
I wouldn't say that. Actually, yes, I would.
Wait.
Emphatically.
Wait.
It's fine.
Is it the kit or the modeler?
Huh?
Huh? What? I said, is it the kit or the modeler?
The modeler. You know, believe it or not, the worst kit to me was the Jolly Roger, and it's the most viewed videos on my channel. And I freaking hated that kid.
Well, Eric,
Everybody just liked watching you suffer through it.
I think that's the case right there. You nailed it.
here's what's funny.
This fool is still trying to finish this kid.
This right here is part of the video, my video that got the most hits ever. It's got like 700 hits, I think. I need to go back to this clip sometime. You know what it is, right?
The one in front of you?
No, this one right here.
Well, it's a boat.
It's the Titanic.
Oh, of course it is.
Which Titanic?
The big one.
Eric, did you ever finish that Jolly Roger?
Yeah, I did. Before I threw it.
Yeah, right into the trash. Okay.
It did. I did.
Yeah.
I cleaned house and I was like, yeah, I'm sick of seeing it. I don't want to look at it.
Caught fire.
All I ever got on my videos was hate.
bothered to make a friggin' diorama of that piece of shit.
The only tall ship that I ever built, I still haven't finished rigging yet. Well, that's right. I've built 2 ships. Not one, 2.
The rigging's the best part.
Oh,
Yeah, until you look at the rigging instructions for a Lindbergh kit.
Oh, that's why I don't follow instructions.
Well, I don't know enough to be able to rig it from memory, so.
does it follow instructions?
What's that?
Eric follows instructions.
You keep it up, and I will take you up on your offer, and I'm moving out there.
The entire instructions for rigging that kit was one picture on one page.
Hey, that sounds like my my current listening.
But see, you've built enough of them that you can figure out how the rigging goes, fairly close.
Thank you.
That was the first one I've ever built.
Yeah.
I've never been a big fan of tall ships.
Right.
I was building it because it was the Enterprise.
No, it was the Enterprise. Okay.
And yeah.
And you say it was a Lindbergh kit?
Yeah.
It seems like Lindbergh. It seems like that's a common problem, isn't there?
Yeah.
That's the Jolly Roger's a Lindbergh kit.
Yes.
Right?
I don't know if
Okay.
I would take Eric's word on it because I don't think he can even spell tall ship.
It's got at least one R in it.
Squandered that. That was just cruel.
I'm sorry, Eric.
What ship? You mean the
I'm
wind?
really sorry. Nah.
I'm not sorry, Eric. I really am not.
You mean the wind boat?
Yeah, the wind boat. So I think I found what I'm going to settle on for a simple kit.
I don't know that I have a simple kit at the moment.
No, you don't, Mac. You gotta go get one. You
Look,
need a stash update, Mac.
Well-
What to be?
Look,
That's-
I got a train kit I can build.
That's a ton of decals.
Mac, is that the Italary or whatever it's called?
No, I sent that one to you. I ordered another one that was like that. I think it was the Hudson. Might have been the Hudson. I don't remember now.
Oh, I could have sworn. I thought you had this. I thought you had the same.
No, it was the one I ordered for myself was the Rebel version of the one that you got. Italiari or whatever.
Yeah.
Testers. Say
In other
testers,
words,
it's
he gave
easier.
me the crappy kit and he bought him a good one.
I genuinely didn't know the difference between the two. So.
Well,
Look at him backpedal now. Holy rockets.
well, Mark,
Hey, all I ever do is send in crap. So.
Mark, when you want to say Italiari easily, just say testers.
Actually, I send him all kinds of great stuff. It's the post office that makes it crap by the time he gets it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Look at that.
The stuff that arrives It's like they played kickball with the boxes.
Well, because to the post office, to the postal people, fragile is French for throw underhand.
Fragile.
Hey, I ordered the Mandalorian, the Reveal Mandalorian Razor Crest. But
Yeah.
when I got it, it was crushed. Which I blame half on the post office and half on the idiots that shipped it because all they did was wrap it in bubble wrap.
Wow.
No cardboard box. Just took the kit, wrapped some bubble wrap around it, stuck a label on it. There you go.
They didn't even box it?
No,
Wow.
wrapped it in bubble wrap.
Wow. I don't think I've shipped anything to you, Eric, that didn't arrive busted up.
Nope.
Except maybe that last box.
And that's why I ship anything.
You remember the monitor?
Yeah. Yeah.
The monitor, the box itself was demolished. The monitor itself was almost demolished. It was broken.
Yeah. Throw underhand.
So, Eric, what am I doing wrong? Because everything I ship to you shows up unbroken.
You're not shipping it from Maine.
That's it right there.
There's one.
See, here in Maine, it's not like your typical postal service. They hire some hillbillies from Windsor, Maine, which is the armpit of the state, which Maine is the armpit of the country, you see.
Thank you.
Yeah. I had to put that in there because Eric hate.
I hate that state.
What's wrong with Maine?
Nothing.
The fact that it's Maine, that's what's wrong.
The only thing I got right against Maine is the New England Patriots. But, you know.
Well, that's what everybody, even I have that.
So, guys, we have lost our audience, so I'm closing down YouTube.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.